Alright, good morning everyone. This is Observer 2000 here, back again doing something on Stormworks. To be more precise, this something is actually Jesse and I's latest ship. My friends, welcome aboard the motor ship Tybee. It is supposed to be a representation of cruise ships that came around in the early 70s and 80s. The ship is named after the island that's along the Georgia coast, Tybee Island, Georgia. If you guys still don't know about the island, just look it up online. You'll understand after that. So yeah, this is the first large ship, as far as I know, to be released in the new 1.0 update that everyone has been talking about so fondly. That being the right word. I'm gonna put the clutches up. Oh dear, it appears I have an island in the way. That does not help matters, does it? Let's see if we start moving. Yeah, this ship was going to have a Titan propeller, but it never really came to pass. As you can see, the ship does turn in one heck of a decent clip, which is surprising given that most of these large ships now have hardly any remaining anything left to help them move, much less turn. Yes, I'm looking at y'all, devs. I'm looking at y'all. Because the developers and all removed the Titan propeller, which is what this ship was originally equipped with, before 1.0, and then, of course, they removed the custom mission thing that was there originally. So, yeah, this, I think, is, again, one of the newest large ships to be released in Stormworks. And I know it's the first new large ship that Jesse and I have released in a while, so, yeah. And also, Jesse, I don't want to burst your bubble on being the first guy to film this, but I know that, I know you're beyond busy with both work and college, so that's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this to hopefully, save you the trouble, and that's why I'm also doing it live. All right, let's see. Left throttle, left clutch. Let's get this new girl up to speed, shall we? There we are. He says as he realizes the ship hardly moves. Uh-oh. We have fire. Oh, no wonder we're not moving. The engine's exploded. Can't I run any faster? I can move. Jeez, can I run any faster? I have vehicle damage. I have player damage off. And I'm going to show you guys how you can get this type of fire under control. The key is to hit the engines. Hit them and hit them quick. If you can hit them quick enough, you're usually able to put them out. Okay, so can you not put engine fires out now? Because just before 1.0, I was able to put this out. Either that or I'm hitting it wrong. Great, I can't put the fire out. Wonderful. Stormworks, you need to add freaking hoses, brother. I wasn't expecting on having to put a fire out today. Great. Now what? Stormworks, and I'm currently having to deal with one hell of a massive fire, which is not going out. Oh, shit. Dang it, there was a way for me to put these engines out, and now I can't put them out. Grant, I don't know how to get that. Great, I don't remember how to swap these out. Are you kidding? Great, now I've got to get this out. Alright, seeing as I blew up the ship somehow, I'm going to have to do this again and have to go through all the dang steps just to respawn the ship. Wonderful. That's just great. Well, this will give me a chance to eat, so I'm not complaining too much. What? Okay. Well, that's an issue. So apparently when you spawn in it again, the ship decides to just sink. Wonderful. I'm going to respawn the ship in a whole new world. So I'll be right back. I gotta actually take this plate down. Oh God, excuse me, sorry. Yeah, I got a bit of a Pink Floyd stuck in my head there. That was something that you heard me screaming out under my breath. It's called, the name of the song is called, I think Young Lust or something, I don't know. In short, it's a weird psychedelic song from the 70s. Alright, new game. Enable add-ons. Take that out. Take that to custom. So basically what I'm doing here is, what you need to do is change the game mode to custom. Go to enable add-ons. Disable all of the standard or default missions and all. Go to the workshop. Hit check MS Tybee off. Go back. Change the spawn to be custom oil rig. And then just, you're good to go. There you go. That's literally all it takes. Now I will say, I'm actually glad they have this type of mission thing in, because it's a hell of a lot easier. I'm honestly tempted to see what happens to the Frantic now that I look at it, because, well, it's probably going to blow up the second it spawns in, because it doesn't have any of these new features. It has a coolant system, but it ain't much. I've honestly been debating on whether I should start whether I should put a fire suppression system into its engine and generator rooms. Because there's fire extinguishers in the engine room and generator rooms, but they're pretty much right by the engines. So that means if they blow up, your path of escape is cut off. Because the hallway, remember, for the Frantic, goes straight through the center of the ship, which means it's directly above both banks of engines. It's directly above both generators. So, yeah, that's an issue. Ha ha ha! I caught it mid-fall! But yeah, this ship is one that I would recommend playing with more than just one person. Like, you'd probably need to have somebody on hand in the engine room in case something like you just saw would happens, which is, the engine's randomly catching fire. So, I think what you need to do is put the clutches up first, which would make sense, seeing as you don't want the engines blowing up. Then the throttles, if I'm not mistaken. Either that or the ship's just going to burn instantaneously. I don't know. Alright, well, the good news is okay, this spawn's actually a hell of a lot better. And surprisingly, I know I normally would say the ship lags for me, but this time it's not. Like, it is not lagging for me one bit, thank goodness. Alright, vehicle damage on, player damage off, sharks off, electric, fuel, off, off, off. There we are. So, after we're clear of this wind turbine coming up ahead of us, I will be happy to give the ground tour. Actually, I'll just give it now. So here you have the bridge. You've got the main bridge. And I think both Sal Innovations and Aqua Engineering helped work Jesse out with this, with all the controls. Like, they added the cameras, the bow thrusters, and all that stuff. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Aqua built the hull, and Jesse did everything else. All I've been is a sort of advisor. I've asked him, what I thought could be changed. What's this here? Oh, just a random fluid port. Okay, Jesse, I'll have to ask him about that. Over here, you've got a equipment locker. There's actually two, and you've got a funnel access. This is for so you can gain access into the engine room, which thankfully and done a full-on Chernobyl on me. Thank goodness for that. Knock on wood. And again, here you've got firefighting gear, oxygen masks, and a repair torch. And you've got the ship's main side here. We'll get to the lower decks shortly. I can't tell if we're still moving, are we? I guess we're still moving, I don't know. Surprisingly, this is one of the few ships where I haven't had any... This is one of the first ships I played on where there's practically no lag, believe it or not. Alright, and you get out more firefighting gear. And now this takes you out into the one of the main areas in the ship. This is like a lounge area. Because it's got its... Sorry, bub, I'm already on this ship. Now, coming through this door, you have the theater. It's a double-decker theater. As you can see. Kind of like what you'd see on both Edisto 2 and the Frantic. Though Frantic's theater is going to need a few adjustments before release. See, that's the thing. I want to release the ship when I know for certain it's done. Also, here's a little hint to this. Now, here's the cabin. I tried my best with the cabin, but I never finished it, so, this is all you got. Sorry. But to be honest, since Jesse needs it to be low detail, that works. So I'm not complaining too much. Moving aft. You've got the main atrium deck, which is the main lobby deck with the information / concierge desk here. We have the information board in the center, and if you look up, you can see up for about 3 decks. Now, this is loosely based on Carnival Fantasy, believe it or not. This whole atrium. And of course, you've got seating and all around. You've got boarding doors, as you can see. Don't want to open those just yet. And now through here, we have the piece of resistance, which is the ship's main dining room. It's a 2-deck dining room. Technically 3 if you count the ceiling, but yeah. It's better than no dining room at all. And back here, this is the most recent area to be added. This is the ship's galley. And this is the recent thing I asked Jesse to look at, and that was to change up a lot of what you see in these jars here to where it actually was not repeating. Because, I mean, this should give you a hint as to what ship they're off of. I love that he has all this, but he doesn't have, like, the dishwasher or, like, the soap and towel dispenser. Oh, well. Jesse, you missed a block there. Of course, y'all know where the stove is from. That's from the Georgian Flyer. I made all that stuff to where it could be used universally throughout all our ships. And T10, if you're watching this, sorry, bud, but I need all the doors open to sink the ship later. I'm debating on whether I should let it catch on fire and burn, or if I should just sink it. I don't know. So we have this staircase here. It's a bit cramped, but it's better than nothing. And that takes you up to the first level of the atrium. And I just noticed these. So you've got, I guess, restaurants or shops? I'll have to ask Jesse about that, because he was wanting me to record. Now, here's a model of the Tybee. And there's actually two models on this ship. There's one of the Tybee, and there's one, I think, of Edisto 2, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, these must be some kind of shops, because they got like storage rooms and such. So this is, I guess you could say, shopping galleria, as well. Now up through here, you've got the upper level of the ship's theater. Forward of there is another set of cabins, with the main stairwell leading up to the next deck, which is where we'll be going now. Going through this door, you now enter into the promenade. I think this, from what Jesse told me, was going to be one of the last few ships that we build with an enclosed promenade design. But you've got a kind of cafe kind of thing going on here, or a seating area. And then you've got an open area here, going the length of the ship. Coming out back here at the stern, we now have a bar/grill where you could get basic drinks and bar food. Now, to those of y'all who know me, y'all probably already know what this is from, but I let Jesse use it because I didn't think anybody would make any fuss of it. Oh, now this is, before you guys ask, no, this is not because of people who are stalkers or because of peeping toms. This was actually a design aspect that you would have seen in ship and buildings from the 50s. There were pools that were built in the 1950s that were like this, where they had glass along the sides to where you could see in. Don't ask me why, that's just how it was. Coming back here, you've got a hot tub, sorry, it's out of order, and a stage with more of that 50s design, and you have another bar on the side here. And again, you can see the other side of the enclosed promenade that wraps around the ship. Going down here, we have the crew smoking area, and also the areas where you can get ropes and all in. I think through here is a locked door, but here, photo mode engaged. That's just the inside of the hot tub, I guess. This could be like the pump room. This could just be like the pump room for like the pool. He could just have like static pumps and whatnot there for display, for detail purposes. That's just me. Wink, wink. Yeah. So, moving back around. As you can see, we are moving at a fairly decent clip. So yeah, moving back up to where we walked out of, I'm going to be trying to, what do you call it? I'm going to try and give you the rest of the ship's tour internally. Yeah, the lifeboats have a habit of doing that since the 1.0 came out. Ignore it, it's normal. Yeah, now here's what you see looking out front. Not much, unless you jump. Oh, God. Well, you wouldn't see much unless you jumped up like I did, and you've got a little hatch there in the front. Crew hatch, probably. Be bad to have that flood in rough weather. So you're now up to the topmost deck here, as far as the cabin deck will go anyway, and you've got this here. Now, we were building another ship, and I had a water feature that I put into that ship, but since we mothballed it, I asked Jesse if it could be put it into this, and he originally was going to have it in, but then he changed it for this ornate curved, divider between the stairwell entrances and the lounge, and I actually like this better. This wavy kind of wood design. I like that. You don't see anything even like this on ships anymore now. And then you've got the lounge/library area, I think. And you've got this here. Now, before you ask why are all the colors sort of a neutral color, that's because Jesse and I wanted to go with stuff that was popular in the era, and neutral color palettes were, I think, what was common back in the 70s and early. Because with certain years, like certain trends seem to drag on just a little bit into the into the start of the next decade. You know, like how 2000 still felt like the 1990s, if that makes sense. And now you get up to the uppermost level of the dining room, which is simply a balcony. You can just look down. And the ship does have working lights. I'm not turning them on because of lag. Sorry about that. My game froze. My thing's freezing. I'm sorry for the stream freezing. So now forward here. Oh, excuse me. No. So now we're at the topmost deck. This is the top of the atrium, and now I believe it is. Yeah, now we're in the casino type area. You've got the casino on this side with these nice blue curtains to try and section it off. Now coming up here, this would take you out onto the lifeboat deck, which of course is no longer safe to enter due to the boat's precarious positions. And now you have the MS Edisto 2 here on the ship. And of course you've got the other half of the casino on this side. Now forward of here, I believe, you have the top part of this lounge area, which allows you to see this nice, beautiful painted ceiling. Yes, mate. And then through here, this takes you up to the helipad out on the bow. And you can overlook, I think, nothing until you do this. Unless you jump. And you've got the bridge, you've got an ornamental crow's nest up there. You can't get up there to it, sorry, mates. Just gonna let the breeze come in. It's like when you deliberately leave every door on the ship open. This is what you get. And so now you've got this sort of thing. I'll have to ask Jesse about this. Oh, hang on. Oh, no, this is the welcome desk. Okay. Had I not have seen that sign, I would have never guessed what it was. I'll have to thank Jesse for that. Now, up here you've got the tennis court, the pool, and a shuffleboard. That's what this is called. This is called shuffleboard. It's on every ship that you can find. And now you have this little open promenade with essentially open skylights that can be opened. In this case, they're in the open position, so that's nice. Yes. Alright. Seeing as the pool is here. And yes, the pool tiling is referencing the first letter of the ship. Like on Edisto, it was an E. With Tybee, it's a T. Yeet! Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, there should be a no diving thing here. It's like I'm swimming like a drunk man on a Saturday night. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, but still. Alright, let's get back to the bridge, shall we? Just opens up all the doors, just because why not? I actually forget which side the... Oh. That just goes and opens all the doors on whatever side he's on. Yeah, Stormworks devs, you might want to fix this. The game's name is Build and Rescue, not Build and Die. Not Build and Kill. Actually, that would be sounding like a very good April Fool's Day prank. No one give them ideas! Yeah, nobody give them ideas, please. And then if you want to sink it, oops. There you go. Yeah, the ship's got a scuttle thing. So at this point, that's when everything decides to go way downhill. Oh! Looks like we've had a whole plate fail. Oh, we're listing. We're listing very heavily. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's bad. That is really bad. Quick, quick, cut off the wind. Off the wind. So, yeah, as you can see, the ship is not having a good day, seeing as this is the angle it's at, because everything I just showed you externally is now underwater, so that's a bit of an issue. By the way, remember those boarding doors? Yeah, let's just say I'm going to open one of them. Going to just clean the inside of the ship out, so that's fine. It's really hard to walk in here. You know it's bad when you're able to stand on the side of the ship, Costa Concordia style, and see this? It's a really, really bad day. Bad day when the ship decides to just go and just do this. I think the same also applies to it blowing up as well, but what are the chances of that happening, right? Assault rifle on the rope. The perfect gift for the mercenary who has everything. Oh my god. But what are the chances of that happening? Oh wait, it's pretty damn high. Yeet! Yeet! Well boys, it's knowing you. That's the engine. That's not the computer, that's the engines. Bear in mind, we had an explosion just now. But the engines are already underwater, so the fire wasn't able to start. I don't know what I can say about the other engines. Yeah, it's so hard to climb. You know it's a bad day when your ship is looking like this. Carson, John. What's up? You know it's bad when you've got water coming in Estonia style. That water, by the way, is physically pulling the ship over to its side, and it's doing it at a very quick pace. Also, every door is open on the ship. Bear in mind, every door is open on the ship. Water's rapidly flooding the ship at this time. In fact, I can see it dropping. It's physically sinking. And the ship is starting to go because there goes the dome. Dome is completely inundated. And as a result, the ship has begun to plunge and plunge at a very, very rapid pace. Or as rapid as a ship of this size can even do. Which isn't gonna really take very long, seeing as I opened every door in the ship, so that's gonna be fun. Ship's currently capsizing. I wish I could just show you, but the thing keeps... Ship's currently going down. Stern first, upside down. Say the ship hit bottom. Ship has hit bottom. So I'll see y'all later.